All right, so hopping on with baiting from First Minion. Goes down over at Sandbags. Both teams 3 down already. Broken Advocate and Live Armada the last 2, and Live Armada takes that win. Neither team, though, has yet to touch B or any of the other points. They're focusing mainly on just getting back control of the map, getting control of camo, and I really do like the patience here from Dazed Clan here. They're not going to overextend and try and capture B and simultaneously give up the camo. Instead, they've got snipe, they've got camo control. It's okay if First Minion gets a couple of points here, as Live Armada does his best to take down 2 players of First Minion in jail, takes them down with the nice nade and the fadeaway play. I'm impressed already. Very impressed.
Oh yeah, first points going the way of First Minion, but it is possible for Dazed Clan to try to turn this one around, and you see that kill going through there means 2 on B. This one's going to be flipped for Dazed Clan. As long as they can hold control there of A, it's going to be a trade here, but B is still going to go. If this last kill comes through, it is being contested right now, so we can see Armada just trying to hold time on the hill and not die, but none of the team was there to back them up, so Dark Lord's going to find that kill and protect B. Dazed Clan don't end up getting the cap, and it's still going to be points going on the board for First Minion.
Yeah, and that was Broken Advocate for First Minion making those plays with the QT, the Quantum Translocator. Everyone calls it the QT. Oh, but he's making some pretty cute plays, as you might say. I'm sorry, that's terrible. Shame on me for that. But even production's in my ear. Thank you, Slick as Pie. You're welcome. I'm old. I have to make awful jokes. Anyway, Dark Lord holding down pillars for First Minion. They've got a nice lead here, but they need to make sure they don't lose C plat. They don't want to lose tower. They don't want to have Dazed Clan spawning up behind them.
Absolutely not. In a decent position right now. It's a little bit back and forth, but mostly Dazed Clan coming out on top here. A nice shot from Fadeaway. Very fitting in the name as it steps back and finds that kill. Now trying to find the one in tunnel, but unable to find that kill for now. Gonna have to put time eventually on this hill, but allowing the respawns to come through for First Minion, and now finally able to stabilize a little bit. Thankfully, had to hold this one on their own, but was able to do it for quite a while. And even though this one might come down to the last shot, Pogo still goes down. Fadeaway stays alive, and Solo held that hill when things were looking dangerous. Now it's to make the rotation onto A. There are 2 members there already, and Fadeaway finally does go down. This player with camo here, Crozun, is going to try to make a rotation for B, and they're going to try to push this momentum into a trip cap, possibly. The sniper will get in their hands. In fact, it's going to be Crozun themselves getting it. So just as his camo fades, 2 of the teammates down, has to go for something big here. Unable to find the kills and ends up dying after throwing out 3 shots.
Yeah, what I would have liked to see from Dazed Clan there is they managed to get 2 down out of First Minion. They captured A. They started getting some points on the board. They were holding down A and C, but you can't have those 2 widely separated points like that. What I would have wanted to see them do is kind of what they're actually doing right now, is getting into B and getting control of that. Scorcher doing his best to stay alive in the B hole. Looks like he is successful, so very well done there.
Still has that sniper in hand. 2 shots go wide, but the 3rd is fine. Pogo ends up finishing off that kill. Crozun still able to control some of the area with this sniper. It's a dangerous weapon in their hand, and just going from top to bottom, trying to find damage wherever they can. Find 2 melees for the kills, and now it'll be Pogo, last player alive against Fadeaway, and Fadeaway is somewhere else on the map right there, actually capping A at the moment. So Dazed Clan need to get on C here, and it would be nice to see them get control of tower finally and hold on to that for just a little bit longer than usual. But it looks like it's going to be more pressure on this A side again. The teams are putting so much more importance over there. C has been flipped, but Fadeaway is trying to get in there and disrupt, and First Minion are right back on C trying to challenge this one again. So finally C seems to be the focal point of the map for the moment.
Here now, Dazed Clan. Frozen, former teammate of mine actually, staying alive down at bottom middle. In this situation now, they have C under control, but he's pushing over towards A side. What I want to see here is, what I hope the sequence of events is going to be, is First Minion, I'm sorry, not First Minion, Dazed Clan pushes in, get A to stop the bleeding, and then from there, push over to B, get control of that. Fortunately, that's not going to happen because First Minion gets them all down temporarily. Broken Advocate taking care of that kill. Fading now with the camo in hand. Takes down Live Armada. And this control here out of First Minion now. Notice the smart play not stepping in the hill, not starting the presence. Almost causing us to worry there with that fight. But I will say, he doesn't have to do too much. He just needs to stay alive, spot out the Dazed Clan members for his teammates, pick up some kills where he can, and help them flip C. So, all in all, perfect play here out of Fading.
It was a momentary trip cap, but now it's getting turned around on them really quickly. First Minion have to defend B, and unfortunately Fading not able to step on to stop the cap. Gonna have to fight back for this one. Is able to find the melee onto Crozon, and now with only Pogo remaining, you have to think this B is gonna flip again, and it does. Now, will the pressure push toward A to try to flip this map, expecting a C spawn? No, it seems like it's underneath A that the spawners are coming out for Dazed Clan right now. A really nicely timed approach from Fading, as it seems they're probably gonna be able to catch that A and start to flip it, but here on the other side, Crozon has now stepped on C with a teammate, and looks like they're just going to flip that map again. So once again, the preference is to be holding A here, but it looks like Dazed Clan were able to hold that. So now First Minion have been trapped in this corner, and despite having the Quantum Translocator and some teammates around, they're getting really heavily pressured, and now could just be a trip cap, but no, 2 spawners from First Minion on A are going to mean that they're going to be able to hold that. So now Dazed Clan with a CB hold have to catch up by 75 points. They're down. That's a good way to start. Broken Advocate going down to Armada's headshot there from the sniper.
Now it's up to Dazed Clan here to hold down this BC setup. Losing the snipe there at back B, not ideal. The better play would have been, once they got that control, would have been to take the snipe a little bit farther back. Get it up to tower, C-plat area. You have a lot more angles that you can cover with that power weapon. A lot more approaches that you can control to prevent First Minion from doing what they did, which was having a good push and getting in, taking back B.
And Fade away with that sniper. Fading. Finding the commando here. Going to try to put down a little bit of quick damage onto shields. Maybe try to get some damage for teammates to assist on. But Crozon ends up nading out Fade away. And now it's Broken Advocate going down as well. We have to talk about the fact that Fade away right now is 27-3-8. Just going absolutely huge. And the amount of assists on the side of that team as well. It just shows you that they are outslaying really heavily. And you got to wonder where these 80 points even came from. Crozon there with a nice snipe. Still putting up kills on the board, trying to get the team back in at the top fragger for Dazed Clan there. Scorcher staying alive, doing a really good job of just rotating that high ground and making sure the shields can come back up after winning that fight. Now there's a chance here for Dazed Clan with these nades going out on A to actually have full control of A and B. So they have the preferential side here. First Minion were forced to grab C off the spawn, but they do have everybody alive, and they can start to make a coordinated push, but not gonna start just yet. Broken Advocate goes down quickly. It looks like just one player from First Minion here in the back gonna be trying to put down damage from afar. Puts down one of those nades, and it gets stepped on.
Fadeaway is already almost to 30 kills. We're talking about how is it that First Minion has this massive lead. This is a big part of it. Fadeaway has just been almost single-handedly outslaying everybody. I mean, the next highest person in the entire lobby is Crozon over on Dazed Clan with 19, so 10 less.
There's a sniper in the hand of Crozon right now. Not able to pick up that kill, but the spawners are coming in on A, and that cap should make it known that there's going to be a few targets to shoot for here. Misses one shot, throws away a second pretty haphazardly, and now going to relocate down the tunnel here. Try to find any more damage, and takes their sights to B. Finds a nice kill on a Dark Lord to make sure that that push gets shut down, but has so many more members of First Minion rushing out of Garage there to try and push B. Going to try to put pressure on that middle of the map, and it looks like they're going to get it. They have a few too many players to approach at the moment. They're able to flip it for now. There is still quite a bit of time needed. Dazed Clan have started to make a comeback, but they're going to get back to the same scoreline they've been held to for the most part if they don't flip one of these quickly. Now they have multiple angles they have to attack from. camo is online, and although it was stepped on, it won't be picked up by Crozen. So now it's First Minion's Dark Lord that ends up picking that up and almost able to find a kill off of it. Has to put down shots. Actually, almost ends up getting pinched by 2 players. Thank goodness for Fadeaway dropping down to find that kill. The camo stays online. Now pushing another player. Will they win the gunfight? It's a trade. So only 2 players remaining on each side. The game's going to slow down, and that serves really well for First Minion, who only need 20 more points.
And overall here, aside from, of course, Fadeaway having an absolutely insane game, number 32 on the board now, it's not just Fadeaway having an incredible slaying performance. Every time Dazed Clan has gotten a decent BC hold, there's been an immediate push to take back C side of the map, and that's basically the tale of the tape.
Here we go into some Slayer recharge. It's going to be Fadeaway getting hands on the camo first. Not enough focus fire from Dazed Clan means they're going to get away with it. Gets the hop up back into Hydro, and now Crozen and Scorcher put the first 2 on the map. So resource is the way of First Minion, but the early kills go the way of Dazed Clan.
That was about the best thing Dazed Clan could have done as far as not getting that camo right off the rip. They're pushing back and finding members of First Minion who are caught out. That's the perfect thing. Don't immediately go looking for the camo player and giving up free kills to them. Take care of the people that you can see and get control of the map. And then you can work the camo player in that way. You know, wait out his camouflage or make him push in such a way that will negate the advantage. As we see Crozen here with the perfect shots, taking down 2 players on his own. Dazed Clan in the lead, 9-7. Still very, very early on, but now we're on board with Pogo pushing over to Hydro. Let's see if he can work with his team and take out the members over there. And hey, the Caster's Curse comes in, tied 9-9.
Yeah, not quite yet, but it does look like Dazed Clan are still finding some kills, including 2 there by Armada, chasing down Broken Advocate and Fadeaway back-to-back. So that's 2 more going down, and now Dazed Clan are up 12-9, so they do have that lead 13-9 now. You have to think that being able to focus on slays as a team is definitely doing more for their team. It seems like they're a very objective-focused team, and when they have an objective in front of them on a map, they try to rotate positions so frequently that they end up losing lives so often. When slays are the objective of the map, they seem to know how to rotate the map well and push into team spawns. So, fading right here, going to try to swing momentum the other way. Able to pop the camo, but does end up dying. So, that one's going to be down already. Dazed Clan still finding the most kills. They may have to fall back here into the pit. None of those players dying, though, and they're not being chased down, so First Minion not able to really pick up any of those simple points. They do get 1. Pogo also goes down. Now First Minion finally starting to put some points on the board again.
And the 2 players staying alive there at Manglerpet was absolutely crucial. If they had gone down to First Minion, that would have not only just increased the lead, but it also would have removed them from decent power position, being able to help each other out. The keys I'm seeing here now is, one, the team shot out of Dazed Clan is a lot better, and kind of piggyback on what you were saying about maybe they're a little better with the rotations as fading just does some nastiness right there. The plasma pistol. Certain objective game types do lend themselves better to different players. Strongholds is definitely a objective game type that rewards for people who are better at sort of holding a setup, holding down specific parts of the map. But a Team Slayer game, or if you want to talk about maybe, say, Oddball, as it's played in Halo Infinite, or even maybe Capture the Flag, there's a lot more map movement that you have to do with both of those game types in order to have success. And especially with Team Slayer, you can play it a little more setup heavy, but as we've gone on through the years in, from Halo 1, 2, 3, Reach, 4, 5, we've seen a lot of different players over the years who have adopted this strategy of essentially storing and foring, of just pushing in as hard and fast as possible and doing it all together in order to get the advantage there. And speaking of the shock rifle, it was in the hands of, I think it was the Scorcher earlier, but he's made a very nice decision to give it over to Crozen, who now has camouflage sniper. I love it on this map. And Crozen has no fear, apparently, pushing in with that. I'm not sure I would do that, but you know, I'm old and set in my ways, so what can I say?
Well, yeah, trying to find these shots, trying to stabilize. The camo does fade, so now can Crozen still find another? Tries to line up the headshot, takes a little time, doesn't take the time on that one, and that might just be the answer. Finds themselves a killing spree. Ends up going down, though. It took a lot of time to find that kill, but what does it matter when you're up by 8? The team is holding down so well. For Crozen, just staying alive there did plenty of work for the team. Some more kills going the way of First Minion. They're starting to turn this into an advantage for them. Can't take too much damage. Scorcher doing a great job of slowing the push from Attic here because the team was still respawning in pipes and could have been pressured on spawn rotate. So a really nice job from Scorcher to put out those shots from afar. And now Dazed Clan are able to fight back. The pressure on both sides is not getting to them. And somehow Broken Advocate goes down there. Dark Lord as well. So Dazed Clan being pinched, they're able to get themselves out of that situation. And they're going to continue to hold this position with one player on the other side of the map. It's Scorcher putting on damage right now, finds a kill, gets some pressure on the rest. Will more members of First Minion spawn go down? It doesn't seem like there's enough pressure right now, so Pogo with the battle rifle in hand, standing under one of these players from First Minion, gonna hop through elevator here to the high ground, and it looks like a huge rotation from Dazed Clan sent most of the players to pipes, but First Minion are doing the same, and they end up finding the straggler instead. Every time First Minion try to make a rotation, it seems they just wait a little bit too long. A little bit of fighting back happening now, but still on their own. Crozen finding these kills, able to stay alive even with broken shields. Gets out of that one, healed up once again, and it looks like an active camo was just popped by one of the members of Dazed Clan who ends up going down, so that one will be dropped. Crozen knows where this player is, knows where several are, turns the attention, and for the moment, Dazed Clan are they're trying to wrap this one up. They only need 9 more kills. They're almost 10 ahead at this point. Crozen, speaking of looking for a head right now, trying to find that headshot, and just the timing is not there. Breaks a little bit of
Crozen, I was wanting to point out, he was waiting on this snipe. He was waiting, keeping an eye on the little timer that's on the weapon rack. He wanted this, and he's been doing a good bit of work with it. He's leading the entire lobby. He's leading his team as well. Most assists, most kills, least deaths. Can't really ask for him too much more. I do know that he's trying to hit these headshots a little bit, but taking down player at elevator here. Takes down Fade Away, the previous kill leader. Takes down Fading as well. He's looking for the triple. I wonder if he knows that there's someone bottom elevator, but it seems not.
Now,
there he is.
Finds those shots, gets the kill as well. Now it's only 3 away, 2 more. All they're gonna need to close this one out and put this one at 1-1. They've got a player right now trying to chase him down out of Hydro, but not quite able to find him. It was a nice rotation. These players are just gonna try to stabilize on this side of control. They know they only need 1 more kill to wrap it up. First Minion have to group up, but they are chasing this player down. No, Crozen ends up going down. Which player will drop? It doesn't matter. Broken Advocate and Dark Lord both end up dying there at the end, and it'll be Dazed.
It's gonna come down right to it. Hopping on board with the kill leader from game number 2, Crozen, and grabs the shock rifle. God bless.
Oh.
Almost gets the camouflage player. That was a crucial kill to miss out on. And now he is way out of position down here in bottom middle. He's alive, though, with a nice shot on Fade Away. Unfortunately, there's the camo player that he was looking for. It's fading away into the shadow.
Yeah, no kidding. And off of a double kill as well. So Fading doing a great job of securing that bottom mid area, securing the hill, trying to find some of these players to shut down. Misses the headshot on a Crozen, but plenty of damage to start engaging here. The melee will find a kill, but Fading with an absolute sliver of health barely gets out of that one alive. A nice call out there, I'm sure, has the teammate finding the trade. Pogo and Dark Lord both go down. Dazed Clan are slowly starting to engage the objective, but they're going to be stopped in their tracks. For the moment, it looks like these Dazed Clan players are actually finding kills where there should have been trades, and they might be able to get some hill time. But so far, both teams have had trouble finding any.
Yeah, and that's kind of the issue with this bottom mid hill. It is way out in the open, not much cover to work with, and makes it really hard to get a whole lot of time. You see a lot of scrappy time getting done here, and especially when both teams are kind of just constantly 2 down, 3 down. You need a good push to break the other team off the map, break any semblance of a setup so that you can actually get a decent amount of time. And it matters quite a lot because previous Halo games you would have the clock for King of the Hill or Oddball or anything like that. It would keep on ticking regardless of whether you sat in the hill or not. In fact, the hill would move regardless of whether you sat in the hill or not. Here in Halo Infinite, it's not going to move until somebody gets a point. And additionally, when you're in that hill, that clock stops. This theoretically could be a very long time for this hill. I've seen in some of the HCS matches where this first hill goes until the game clock's down to like a minute and a half, 2 minutes before the first hill point is scored. But it doesn't look like we're going to have that here, as Broken Advocate getting control of the camo, watching pretty much every single major approach for his team and keeping his hillman safe.
Yeah, and
safe
still
for the moment anyway.
Not a point on the board yet, but that stick is going to take down Broken Advocate, and now we're so close to a capture. It looks like Dazed Clan are going to be able to have a shot to take this one away. First Minion were doing a much better job of finding hill control in the mid-game when both teams were still fighting it out, but it looks like First Minion are just going to run their way in here, slaughter Dazed Clan as well as they can and get their last little bit on the board. It's Dark Lord with a triple kill. Didn't even need the camo to find all that control. And the very first hill will go the way of First Minion. Now it's Fade Away with the shock rifle trying to find something. Might not even need it for a kill. And it looks like it's going to get in the hands of Armada here. But it looks like Live ends up throwing a live nade right at their own feet. Takes themselves out there, and this second hill is going to get a little bit of time on the board from First Minion, but they're going to start to go down as... from Dazed Clan, but they begin to go down as First Minion swarm the objective.
With this hill, or I'm sorry, Yard Hill, this is a hill that lends itself a lot to the sort of breaking setup pushes that you need to be able to do as a team. As Dazed Clan goes all down for a moment there, those nice plays from Fading. You can get a couple of good pushes out of this, but you basically just need to flood all the entrances to that hill at once as a team. You can't just do single pushes. You can't do something where it's like, oh, it's just 2 of us or 3 of us at a given time. You need to have everybody at once, which is what Dazed Clan was able to do there. And that's why Scorcher is now sitting in the hill and also leading his team along with Frozen with 9 kills and 10 kills apiece. 3 down now for First Minion, and First Minion is going to tie this up as we move to the dip hill.
Oh yeah, and this one is a toughie. Dazed Clan actually did such a great job of shutting down First Minion's push there. They had every angle pinned exactly correctly how they needed it. They timed themselves perfectly, and look now, another full team wipe is going to get Dazed Clan even more time on the board now. So they're going to be standing in the hill, putting a lot of quick time with 4 dead on First Minion. This hill can take such a long time to finish because of how out in the open it is and how many high ground positions can look down on it. But it's already about 1/3 of the way completed from Dazed Clan, so some really nice early time, and these nades going out aren't going to catch First Minion. Some really nice staggered play there, but the damage is still going to be, and it's going to be a little bit back and forth for now. This is where the real fight begins to happen. Which of these players is going to win the long range? It's going to be Fade Away who finds the kill. 3 down for Dazed Clan, and First Minion might be able to tie that hill time. They're going to give up a little bit to try to find that last player remaining, so maybe not going to catch up in time. It might be less than we thought it would.
The crucial thing that broke this and caused First Minion to be able to get into that hill is Dazed Clan did get multiple down. They were able to get control, but they ended up giving up snipe side of the map, and they previously were able to trap First Minion over spawning in yard and driveway and loop area, which for this dip hill, that's where you want them to spawn. That you're as far away as you can possibly get from that dip hill. But because they left snipe, they ended up letting First Minion spawn there, and they essentially got a split. That ended up breaking their whole setup. Now we had Fadeaway sniping in the hill, which... Oh, I do not like it when people do that. Everybody looks at the hill. Everybody looks there. You're not going to be able to be like neighbor back the Halo 2 days who's just posted up in some random corner of the map, just hard peeking, waiting for you to push somewhere. And that stick almost landed on... I would have been amazed. But giving up the control here, Dazed Clan giving control snipe is what's caused First Minion to get the time that they have, but they've gotten it back, they've maintained the slays, and the best thing to do in that situation where you've unintentionally given up control like that is just to focus on keeping them out of the hill as much as possible, especially with the way that it's played here in Halo Infinite. That is a viable strategy, but First Minion now winning the slaying battle. They're fixing to take this dip hill. Dazed Clan has essentially one push, and it has to happen like right now in order for them to have a chance of getting this hill. And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to succeed, unfortunately, as Fadeaway picks up the nice double kill, stays alive through all that mess.
Really great survival there from Fadeaway, and had a teammate to help out as well, so great job double stacking that objective right at the end, making sure there would be a body on. However, it looks like Dazed Clan are going to come into this next one with a bit of fire under them. That's going to be Dark Lord going down, and that is First Minion with 4 dead as active camo comes up. There couldn't be a worse time to lose your entire team, not only at the beginning of a hill, but with camo coming up as well. So Crozen has proven to already be such a dangerous player, now put in a position where they can not only feed info, but also put out slays. Finds a nice back smack there, doesn't even want to risk the team fight. It looks like First Minion have been able to find some kills, though. Maybe a little bit too much info and not enough action from Crozen, who is going to try to find at least one player here, able to combo that into 2 with one of the teammates, and now finds a third. So that'll be most players. In fact, all 4 from First Minion down once again. This is the quickest hill we have seen on this map. This one could be going right now over to Dazed Clan.
Definitely, definitely. And you mentioned too much info and not enough action, but I would say him staying alive, not revealing his position, that was sort of the essential thing. He found out the one player who was out in the open, away from his teammates, took him out, and then from there just kept on giving information to his team, letting them know, hey, here's where First Minion is going to be pushing from. And especially when you're in a hill like that, the driveway hill, which is kind of a little bit in the open, but also not really. You have basically a couple main approaches to it. You really need to know where the other team is pushing. That is the most crucial thing in order to defend that hill. Now we have the benches hill. Dazed Clan already past the halfway point. Ogo doing a great job sniping the hill, goes down. But now with this benches hill, whoever wins this, it comes out of who controls snipe, who controls blue side of the map. First Minion looks like they're fixing to do this unless Dazed Clan can get a nice push in basically right now.
Yeah, and it has been very difficult to push as well. This one is just ticking up time. It hasn't been just brutal team fights being won by First Minion. Really nice battle rifle shots from Dark Lord, making sure that one couldn't be contested, but contesting is exactly the problem there. Dazed Clan just did not have a clean approach, and they weren't sure where to enter from. So First Minion just put those points on the board, and you can see Dark Lord and Fadeaway both with almost 25 kills here, almost 50 combined. That is doing a huge amount for them right now. They have been able to control so much space by staggering out these kills. The team for Dazed Clan has not been able to fully regroup in so long, and this killing spree that Dark Lord is on right now. He even finds a 6th, finally gets taken down. Looks like Dazed Clan might be able to put a little bit of time, but it's probably only one more team fight needed for First Minion to be able to take this. These nades have to be big. These shots have to find somebody, but right now, Live just unable to take anybody down. Had so many shields damaged or broken, and has to step off the hill and leave it to the teammates. Gonna try to surround them here. That is 1 kill on the fadeaway, but Scorcher goes down, and now the hill left uncontested. In fact, First Minion are gonna put some of their own time on it in the meantime, and as Live goes down, that's 4 for Dazed Clan. You have to think First Minion are just gonna wrap this one up.
Potentially, maybe, no. That's a little bit too little, too late, as Dazed Clan trickles in 1 by 1, goes 3 down. First Minion takes game number 3, and it just came down to... Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are with game number 4, Streets Oddball, hopping on with Crozen from Dazed Clan. All the technical issues are now resolved, at least for the moment. We never know with Halo Infinite, but here we are with Crozen picking up a double kill right off the bat. Letting us know that technical issue or no, he's here to slay.
Oh yeah, nice way to jump right back into it. Make sure you avenge those fallen teammates. It seems like things are going pretty even, 2 for 2, 1 for 1, but what isn't even is the amount of camos on the board. Scorcher seems to have gotten a lot of these active camos across the matchup so far, although not able to find a kill with it that time. First Minion had some really nice backup, and now Live is the only player still remaining, trying to hover over the oddball, but unable to do much about it. Gets pinched from the other side as well. One of the players from First Minion ends up running right by, but those players found a really nice stagger, and now Dazed Clan won't be able to approach with a full 4 for quite a while, especially with Scorcher going down now as well.
Here they are, First Minion getting a good team wipe and immediately setting up with a C hold for the ball. Now, what I want to see Dazed Clan do here to break this setup is, it's early yet, and First Minion's not really holding on to the ball too much. Don't worry about forcing anything. Get a couple of picks, find the weak spot in their setup, and then exploit it from there. If you have to wait until the next camo spawn, do so. Because if you keep just throwing bodies at the strong parts of their setup, that's all you'll accomplish, is just throwing up bodies against an impenetrable shield.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and now the defense, you talk about impenetrable shield, the defense here on the subway is so brutal. It looks like finally Dazed Clan have broken their way in, and maybe Dark Lord holding onto the ball just a little bit too long there. It finally does get in the hands of Crozen, even though it seems like there is still 1 player remaining looking to get away right now. And finally, Broken Advocate ends up going down. So a nice late kill. Now Dazed Clan are in that same position, able to set up bodies around the bend there. And with 2 approaching from purple, honestly, they're just staggering themselves out. It looks like Dazed Clan and First Minion both dropping bodies right now, but it's still Dazed Clan that have a hold on the ball.
Definitely, and part of that hold is due to this camo play from Armada. Doing a great job here staying alive, making sure the guy bottom middle didn't take him out. I would have liked to see him play a little more with the cover at B stairs, but I will also say whoever it was holding the ball looked like it was Crozen over on Dazed Clan. Getting that ball played to try and deny that setup for First Minion as long as possible. Good play there, but unfortunately First Minion able to still make it work. They brought the ball back into C, and they are past the halfway point already as we've been yapping at each other. But Scorcher coming in utterly fearlessly and picking up 1 player, getting assist on another. I love that. I also love Dark Lord getting the triple there in order to stop Dazed Clan from getting too much out of this. Fade away, facing the Disruptor, wins that fight, but First Minion now, once again, with the C spawns, and they're rotating it now up to driveway. I'm kind of curious about this. Wondering why they didn't just take the ball back into C and keep holding that down.
Yeah, well, it looks like we might have our answer right there. There are players approaching from these sides. They might have had a spot on some of these spawns. Now coming in from mid is Dazed Clan, and they're able to get their hands on the ball. They start running it back to PD. So hanging out inside of that station. It's also going to be Pogo. Almost picked up the active camo, unable to pop it. So it's just going to be laying there for the moment. There's still going to be a bit of a brawl over it. Was it popped? It just might have been. And no, it looks like another player was able to get their hands on it. It was Fadeaway who finds that kill. Gonna hang on to it. And now, even with a Shroud, gonna be so sneaky and able to help the team do the same. Puts that Shroud down, a really nice rotation spot, but it's not used by Fading, really. Fading ends up taking just the 1-for-1 there, drops the ball, and now Fadeaway has to give away their position and dies with the camo. Having picked up that ball, probably shouldn't have put hands on the ball.
Definitely should not have. He had a lot more utility using his camo, spotting out, and even just going for the slays. Him revealing himself like that was not the best thing, but it looks like First Minion was able to parlay that into some more ball time anyway, as they're approaching 15 points to go. Ball's held in PD, and I don't know that Dazed Clan has enough time to even get to the ball.
This could be difficult. This approach right here on Planters. It's a 1-for-1, but like you said, just not enough time. They weren't able to break through. We saw how much of a wall First Minion could set up there, and they did it once again, hanging out there by PD. So really nice to see them shut that one down. It was a nice attempt by Dazed Clan. It seems like neither of these teams can win a game by a huge amount. They're never going to shut out the other completely. Dazed Clan were still able to get 45 points on the 54 points on the board, and this time they're even going to find the early kills. So First Minion down by quite a bit early on. They don't have the players to really make this work. Dark Lord and Fadeaway still going to try to rotate the ball, and they do still get control. So they're contesting purple beautifully, keeping these players off, and they're going to get a really nice position behind A side now.
Here we have Dark Lord picking up the camo, staying alive through all of that mess. That Catcher's Curse. Gotta love it. But denying the camo to Dazed Clan, definitely a good thing. Now we're on board with Crozen, though. He's got the Stalker in hand. He would have loved to have that camo, but if he can't have that, then he can at least pick up the 3-shot kill there on Fading. Pick up maybe another one. Yes, no, oh no, he ran out of ammo. As Scorcher trying to find First Minion player at Laundry who escaped Crozen's wrath, finds him with the reversal. Scorcher turned up the heat.
Oh yeah, great shots there, and it looks like Dazed Clan taking a 2-for-1. Able to hold more of the control for the moment, but nobody's got hands on the ball. They both have to play for this mid area. Nobody feeling comfortable until Scorcher finally feeling brave enough to throw that one up top. Hey, misses the throw by a little bit, and it looks like Crozen has to jump down for the moment. Interesting to see Crozen having so much ball time when that's a player that's proven to be extremely dangerous in the Slays side of things. You might be losing out on being able to win some team fights further ahead while protecting your ball carrier by putting Crozen so far back, but now it's actually Dark Lord getting hands on it, and instead First Minion are the ones trying to protect this side now. 1 second until that active camo. It is online, but it's going to be an absolute brawl for it. Really nice shots coming out of the slide and jump there. 2 go down for First Minion, and they're not able to hold long enough to keep that active camo around, so it's going to go into the hands of Dazed Clan, who are finding the kills as well. Ball gets dropped toward the mid, and it's most likely that Dazed Clan are going to be picking this one up here. So Crozen with the camo finally gets the chance to get back into that dangerous slaying position. Has to find this headshot, but unable to find the kill. First Minion still keep 4 alive, and they're able to make those rotates. Crozen isn't really in a position to help the team, so with live going down... Oh, beautiful spot up mid, but gives themselves away too quickly. Camo and the Bulldog can be so deadly, but just taking these shots from afar makes it a lot slower kills, gives a lot more time for a retreat. It is still a brawl for Oddball Control. Runs out of camo with the Bulldog, and it ends up ending their life.
You gotta be just a little bit more patient with some of those engagements. Take the time, especially when you have that camo. You don't need to force it. You've got the opportunity to just take the engagement at your own pace. And then especially also with the Stalker rifle, where it's so quick to kill, but that thing is very picky about where you're shooting. It's a 3-shot kill if you're hitting every shot in the head, but it's like a 6-7 shot kill if you hit anywhere else. And it's kind of maddening because it seems almost weaker than it has any business being when you're shooting the body. But all down for First Minion for the moment, and what I want to see out of Dazed Clan right now, you mentioned Crozen having the most ball time, but sometimes it pays to have your player like that. Oh dear. Never mind. How to say, Scorcher with the very unfortunate day. It sometimes pays to have a player like that on your team be the one holding down the oddball. Whoever is better able to take a better route with that ball, and then you have your team play around that. At some of the Halo 2 lands that I've been to, we've done draft tournaments, and one of the players that I teamed with on that is Fading gets all down, basically. Very impressive play. We would do just that. There was a certain player that would like to team with who people would consider like the S-tier player. You would think, oh, this person's going to be doing most of the slaying, but oddball, he would usually grab the ball most because he does such a good job of rotating it. Has a better sense of where to put himself and win. But First Minion, as I'm yapping on about Halo 2 of all things, is fixing to put this series to bed as 3, 2, 1, and 0. First Minion taking game number 4 and the series 3-1.